Okay, for those of you that have watched the channel before, you've probably seen this spot. And where I am is I'm on the saddle here. There's a gate right here. This is a woven wire fence this way and a woven wire fence that way. And this 2-track cow path goes on up the saddle here to the government. And then it goes right down there to the creek, and then the main creek is over that way. And this spot, I usually put 2 traps in here, and I'm going to put another one right up there. I'll show you that one in a minute. But these coyotes are running this saddle from the big woods up there, and they're coming down the saddle through this opening, this gate that's in that the farmer always leaves open. It's a woven wire fence up and down through here, so it's kind of a natural funnel point, and then they just continue on right down this saddle to the little drainage, and then the main big creek's right over there, and then they just run up and down these fields in this big draw. So this spot is usually always good for 3, 4, 5 coyotes, and it's late in the season. It's close to my house, so I'm finally getting around to setting up this. And what we did is we got a dirt hole set put in here. I'm using this like little bushy backing kind of like thing. Put a deep dirt hole down in there, some bait, some lure, and some sheep's wool, just so they can kind of look down in there and see it. And bedded it all the way I always do. Put a couple of clods over here on the left just for a little bit of guiding, and some scat right here. And the wind is going to go from left to right. So as these critters come through this fence and come over here, hopefully the windage is going to be just perfect. And I've set pretty much a few feet of this spot for the last 3 years and always catch coyotes here. So hope to catch them again. The biggest deal about this spot is you can see from here and you can see from right over here, there's a lot of cattle running through here. So if I keep the cattle out of the traps, I can catch coyotes here. It's just really a matter of keeping the cows out. Okay, so you see that little entrance to the gate. Just on the other side of that entrance, I have that dirt hole set I just showed you. And then I put another set right here. And you can see that where the gate is, here's the 2-track. It keeps on going up through these cedars, winds past a big pond, through another little bit of a field, and then into the government land. Obviously there's a fence and a gate there between the private owner here and who's got cows, and then the land or the big woods of the government. So those coyotes are coming out of there. They're coming right down through here. As you can see, if you look around, this is really rocky. You can see all this. It's all shelf rock in here. No way to put a earth anchor in or anything like that. So I threw a drag out right here. Got a drag. I wrapped it up around this tree right here. These little trees, and I put myself kind of a flat set, post set, scent post, whatever you want to call it. That scat right there was just right over here. So all I did is just pick it up and I moved it right here, literally like 10 feet away. And really I was just trying to find a spot where I could get out of all this rock and to get out where the cows are walking down through this trail. So, but I wanted to be as close to the trail as I could. And as you can see, because of these rocks right here, the cows are not walking over here. They're walking right over here. So they're going to be hopefully just walking over here. Hopefully they're not going to smell anything and mess with my set. So I used this little sapling that's sticking up out of the ground right here. And I just put a trap right here. I threw some bobcat urine on the little sapling. I punched a little punch hole right there and a little punch hole right there, and put some gland lure in one, some curiosity lure in the other, and dug a little bit of a trench for my chain and my drag. And then I just moved that scat over here. So surely anything that's coming down this trail right here, you're literally going to have, the wind direction is perfect too. So they should be able to smell the lure, smell the bobcat urine, see the scat, hopefully want to go check that out, want to pee on that little sapling that's sticking up, and hopefully I'm going to catch them, and hopefully I'm going to keep the cows out of this. I'm fairly confident that I'll probably do pretty good with this if I can keep the cows out of it. So that's all my thought process that goes into this set. Use these rocks right here where the cows are not wanting to walk on. Get my trap as close to the main part of this 2-track as I can. And then since I can't really put a dirt hole in, it's more than like 2 inches deep, and I can't use an earth anchor, throw out a drag, put in kind of a flat set, and then when I saw that little sapling sticking up, I thought, well, I'll make this into kind of a scent post flat set thing, whatever. I know the trapping purists are not liking this, but if it catches critters, what do I care? So we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm down in this bottom. You can see main creek is right here. There's fields up on both sides. There's this main trail right here, and there's a fence right here that blocks that area from this area. Right now, the farmer has got the cows blocked out of this area. So I just opened up that gate, walked over here. There's scat up and down this trail and tracks. So I popped in a dirt hole right here on this corner. You can see right here. And then as we go a little bit farther up, I seldom do these sets because I just don't ever have a spot to do them generally. But right up here where you can see the main trail kind of pinches a little bit on these grass clods. That's some of the scat that I found down here, and I just put it right there. And I have a trap right there, a little punch hole right over there where that little grass clod is with some gland lure. I put some urine there, and that's it. It's basically a trail set. The scat is about 10 inches in front of where my trap is, and hopefully as these cows run up and down this road or this old cow trail, they cross the creek right over there, they go into this other big field. Hopefully as they come down through here, I'm going to catch one right here. It's a great set to put in. I just don't do it very often because I don't have the right opportunity where I'm not going to have cows and stuff and getting into all these kind of trail sets. So we'll see how these go. Okay, this is the little trail set that we put in here. You remember, I don't do very many of these just because I don't have the opportunity, and ended up catching a little red fox here. And he might be hurt. If he's okay, I'm going to release him. If he's hurt, I guess I'll have to harvest him. But we're going to check him out and see what the deal is with him. I hope he's not hurt. He looks like he might be hurt to me. So, okay, we'll get back to you in just a second. Okay, I just reset this trail set here where we caught this red fox. Got that big field over there. The creek runs down through here. Got a couple fences right here. And then you got this trail that runs through that little gate over there. Have another actually dirt hole set right down there. There was all kinds of coyote sign on this trail. They're obviously using it. Haven't picked up a coyote here yet, but it's only been a couple days. But we did get this red fox here. So all I did was I put the trap back. The trap is basically right in there. And I put the trail back together. You can see, I mean, it sticks out a little bit right now because we just had a little bit of snow this morning. But put the trail back together. And then I put some scat right out here about 10 inches down the trail from the trap. And then I put in a little bit of gland lure in a little punch hole right adjacent to the trap, which is right there. And that's it. That's all I've done. Hopefully whatever critter comes down through here. Now, does the whole trail smell like a red fox now? It does. That's not going to hurt anything. Again, these trail sets are just about the fact that they don't have to commit to a dirt hole. They don't have to commit to anything. They're just going down this trail anyway. They're going to walk right past this. They're going to smell the fox. They're going to smell the scat, and they're going to go, hey, what's going on here? They're going to walk right down this trail anyway, and hopefully they're going to get caught. That red fox was a back leg catch. He was a little injured, but no broken leg or anything. He Did lose a little bit of flesh, but I think that'll heal back up, so we let him go. He's a young male, so we went ahead and let him go, and hopefully we're gonna have some more red foxes. That's actually great, because that's the second red fox we've caught this season, and I don't think I've caught a red fox for a couple years previous to this, so maybe getting rid of a bunch of these coyotes is helping the red foxes to come back. I hope so. So we'll see how this set performs now. Okay, so where we are is, this is the hole in the gate right here, or the hole in the fence with the little cattle panel gate that's always open. Woven wire fence down that way, woven wire fence down that way, and you've got this saddle that runs up through here and goes up into the national forest, which is all big timber, and the coyotes run this saddle. They come right down the top of this little saddle here, through this little gate, and then they run right down there, and then into all these bottoms. The big main creek is down there at the bottom, and they run all these fields and all this through here. And then back up over there is national forest again. So they just run down through this farmers, all these fields along this creek. We always get coyotes here every single year, and I've got another trap up there. We haven't checked it yet, but this was just a dirt hole. It had been messed with. Maybe the very next day we put it in, something had came, kind of scratched around, but not really committed to it. And then it sat here another couple days, and now we have this coyote here. So we will, doesn't look like it's that great of a coyote. It's got a big rub, looks like, on its back, but we'll get it out of here and reset this. This will be amazingly attracted now with the way it looks, although he is devastated the dirt hole. So I don't know what we'll do. We'll have to tinker with that, but we'll get it back going, and we'll show you the remake. All right, guys, here's the remake. I was a little limited as to what I can do, because this little girl basically destroyed my backing. I had a little piece of like a little brush sticking out there. She destroyed all that. So what I did is I went ahead and punched out the dirt hole again, and obviously put the trap in little peat moss, just a little itty bitty little bit of peat moss in the bottom between the wet ground and the trap. And then I put some peat moss inside the jaws, and then the rest of the trap I have packed in dry dirt, and went ahead and put the dirt hole back in, used some of the straw that is laying around here on the ground and stuff, just from leftover from that the cows wouldn't eat from hay. Kind of helped with my little bit of backing, through the extra dirt up on the back with the backing, and used the scat that was here to kind of put kind of guide a little bit of scat in the front, and that's it. This is it almost looks kind of like an RJ set, so except there's no like big trench or big step down, but that's kind of what it looks like to some degree. But regardless, you can see with the snow on the ground right now, it makes it super attractive. And this was a young female, so I am not worried about other coyotes not wanting to go into the catch circle. In fact, this time of year, all the males are going to want to go in the catch circle because it smells like this female coyote. So they're going to want to go in there and see what's happening, what you know, smelling around, sniffing her scat, doing all that. So this actually should be really attractive. There is a bunch of coyote tracks around here, so she was not the only coyote that was here. I have another trap up there. I can't see it from here because there's a couple of cedars in the way, and it was on a drag anyway, so I got to go up and check it. But probably, I mean, I would not be surprised if we catch another one in the next day or so here, especially if it stays cold, snow stays on the ground. There's gonna be a lot of movement. It's breeding season pretty much, or close to it. So there should be a lot of movement in the coyote world.